Time went by and nothing happened. It was tough to just sit and watch, sometimes seeing no planes and never seeing anything but your own. But these people were in business, which is something they figured our enemies wouldn't be after a while. You remember the Tuckers. Well, they had quite a little setup now with a fancy observation post and everything. Here's your breakfast, Pa.
Say, ain't it about time for my relief shift? Where's that Jimmy boy?
Oh, I thought I'd let him sleep an extra few minutes on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Things have changed a lot since we first started the Ground Observer Corps out here, haven't they, Pa?
Yeah. I can remember when I used to get all the sleep I wanted.
It's worth doing without a little sleep to think that nobody can roam around up there without the rest of us down on the ground knowing about it. It seems like half the county's in this. Over there, 6 miles are the Johnsons. And 6 miles beyond them, the Forbes. And 6 miles further on, the Blakes. It rings the whole United States, Pa. We're organized.
Yeah, and sleepy, too.
There it is, Pa.
Army flash.
Army, go ahead, please. After the ground observer picks up his phone, says Army flash, and tells his story to a woman in the filter center, his job is done. Of course, the job down there is just starting. It's a big room with a map of the whole area, a lot of telephones, target stands, and plenty of fast, precise work. It may seem confusing to you looking at it this way, but don't be fooled by it. Here's where all the loose ends are gathered up and tied into a neat bow. Every airplane in the air is tracked on that board. It's tracked because the ground observers are constantly calling in. They're the base of the whole business, and without them, it couldn't function. These customers coming in above the belt of clouds were noticed by a lot of people. They kept on following the flight across the country from their observation posts. And in the filter center, a woman was giving the flight a number and putting it on a target stand. The target had an exact duplicate next door to the filter room in a place called the operations room. The board is the same, the work the people do is much the same, but here is the real brains of the whole system. Here, they have to make up their minds on what's going to happen after the ground observer has done his job. They have a controller to run the place and a whole bunch of officers to help him.
Training center, how about target 13?
Target 13 is not trainers.
Target 13, not bomber.
Target 13 negative to Navy.
CAA. We have no flight plan on target 13.
Now the controller has all the information he can get on those planes wandering up above the clouds. The ground observers are still following it, but the controller hasn't got much time. It doesn't take long for an airplane to get somewhere.
Make target 13 enemy.
13 enemy.
13 enemy.
Alert your fighters. Yes, sir. FCC, I want radio silence, entire wing area. CARW, I want yellow warning, entire wing area. Roger. Yellow alert, entire wing area. Yellow alert, entire wing area.
Yellow warning, yellow warning, yellow warning, yellow warning.
CAA, cut out your beacons, silence your beams, suspend all non-tactical flying in zones A, B, and C. That's correct. Thank you. Anti-aircraft?
Yes, sir.
Place your guns in X status.
Roger.
Fighter, scramble Lily Squadron from Potter.
Yes, sir.
This is another room back at the Filter Center, an intercept room. The people in here work directly with the fighter plane squadron, plotting a course that will bring them into the quickest possible contact with the enemy.
Hello, Lily 1-1. This is Dublin 1. Vector 220 now.
Roger.
It's embarrassing to pat ourselves on the back again, but they couldn't do it without the constant flow of reports from the little guys with binoculars in their hands. With all us tipsters spotted around the country, you can see what the conclusion of this is going to be.
Hello, Lily 1-1. This is Dublin 1. Repeat Vector 80 for 1 minute and orbit.
Roger.
The enemy runs right into the local boys.
Lily 1-1 to regional control.
Go ahead, Lily.
Target sighted. Target sighted. Lily 1-1, attacked by ships of 2 elements. Lily, do not fire. Do not fire. Our ships. Our ships.
Sir, interception completed. Target 13 identified by fighters as trainers off course. Lily is leading them back.
Make 13 trainers.
Well, it turned out all right. It always has so far, and we hope it will keep on being that way. But in case it doesn't, you don't need to worry. We will be there like we've been from the start, watching 24 hours a day. Nobody flies up there that we don't know about it. And if the planes happen to be enemy, it will be known in plenty of time. Time for you to take your kids to a shelter, for the police and fire departments to get ready, for the workers in the plants to get under cover, and for more anti-aircraft guns and airplanes than they ever saw before to get on their necks. We're the only stool pigeons that are well-liked, and we're friendly, too. If you want to come in, you're welcome. All you have to do is keep your chin up. There it is, Pa.